Hey everyone, this is Carlo. Welcome to my YouTube channel that's dedicated to watches. This is a place where I talk about my ongoing journey and love for horology and watches. But please do take note, I'm not a watch expert. I classify myself more as a watch enthusiast or hobbyist. Now, if you want to learn more about other hype stuff such as sneakers and gadgets, I have a channel on that too. I'll link it down below. That has over 700,000 subscribers. But for today's episode, I want to talk about the ownership experience or wearing and owning a Rolex Deepsea Sea-Dweller. This is the 44mm 2018 model for over, I don't know, I've been using it maybe for several weeks, almost a month. And I just want to report back to you guys the experience of owning it, the pros and the cons. And probably if you are looking into buying one of these expensive things, you probably should watch this video first. So let's go. So this is the big bad stainless steel monster overkill diver watch of Rolex. Again, at 44mm diameter plus that giant tall case. It's really not a subtle watch to have on your wrist. In fact, if I were to sum up the ownership experience so far of this particular piece, I can sum it up to two words: wrist presence. And when I say wrist presence, I don't even just mean it for people who see it, but even for yourself. Because this is a watch that you feel, this is a watch that you will see, and this is a watch that people will notice. First, what did I mean by feel? Because it is heavy. So every time you wear it, you will know it's there. It is not the type of watch wherein after several minutes or several hours of wear, it kind of disappears and it feels natural and kind of bonds with who you are. Like for example, this piece that I'm wearing, this is currently my favorite Seiko, which is the vintage Apocalypse watch. So this is the Captain Willard. I bought this new old stock and I've been enjoying it for the last couple of days. And once you wear it, after a few hours, it kind of feels one with you. That's not the case because it is heavy AF. Every time you move your arm, you move your wrist, it will just scream to you, I'm here, I'm here. So because it's really heavy, you will feel it. There's no avoiding it. Seeing it. There's no avoiding the presence of this watch, even for yourself. Like for example, when you're driving or where you're moving around, your peripheral vision will catch it because of the shiny case, plus the fact that it is chunky, plus the fact that it's kind of big. And I guess that plus the weight will constantly remind you that it's on your wrist. And that will either make you nervous because you're wearing such an expensive watch, or it makes you enjoy it even more because at least you know, hey, it's there. It's nice. Ooh, cool, right? I do have to say though that one of my favorite experiences with this particular piece is every time I bring down the car from our car park. So our car park is on the 4th floor, and while I am bringing the car down, we enter some sort of like darker, I don't know, like tunnel. And of course, the loom lights up, and it's a visual treat. Every time I see the light blue color, it's so GV, it's so good vibes, and it just puts a smile on my face every single time. The third thing is that it is very noticeable. People will notice it, especially if they are into watches. I've gotten compliments from friends. I've gotten compliments from people in watch shops. I think I've been treated differently in watch shops because I wear this. So for example, I walk into either an Omega or a Panerai or maybe a Patek shop here in the Philippines, and when I'm wearing this, I can actually tell that some of the SAs look you up and down and they try to see what your watch is. And when you're wearing this, they kind of treat you differently versus when you're wearing like, I don't know, like a G-Shock or maybe even a Seiko. They're not as friendly. So that's just one of the experiences. I remember going into one of the shops, and a couple of days back, I was wearing a G-Shock, and the sales lady was kind of hard to talk to, and she was kind of dismissive. And then like a week after, I come back to that very same shop. I don't know if he or she remembers me or if he or she discovered my vlog, but while I was wearing this, that person became so much more amiable and offered me so much more watches and even offered me a bottle of water. The most bizarre thing is that I was in a Zoom call, and one of the people that I was, meeting actually said, hey, that's a nice watch. And for them to notice that made me realize, wow, it's really big and very noticeable. So again, I don't know if that's comfortable for you. Some people prefer to keep their watches subtle. if that's your goal, this ain't it, chief. In fact, you can't even hide it under your cuff because of how tall it is. It won't slide under your cuff. So there's really no hiding it. So that's what I mean with wrist presence, wherein you feel it, you see it, and you notice it. And maybe one last point that I'd like to share, or two last points actually, maybe the cons, is that owning this made me realize that while it looks tough, it looks durable, the stainless steel bracelet, it really gets scratched easily. So I have a bunch of hairline scratches already, especially here on the upper part and the lower part. I think it's maybe because when I put my wrist down on the table when I'm doing work from home, it hits the wooden table. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I have noticed like the scratches. So if you want to preserve, I guess, the overall value of the watch and the bracelet, then you might want to swap it out. But if you don't really care too much, then you just let it get the scratches and the dings, and maybe it adds character to the piece over time. And the ultimate con, the ultimate negative thing about this watch is that it now makes me want to buy the other deep sea. I want to buy the James Cameron one, the dark black with the blue, and I even want to get the anniversary edition. But yeah, one at a time. It's pricey. It's not something that you can just buy, you know, on a whim, and it takes a lot of hard work and resources to pick up like one piece. But yeah, it's now in my goal to buy the Deepsea Sea-Dweller one with James Cameron down in the blue. It looks really nice, and I've been watching videos actually over the last few weeks. But yeah, really happy with this piece. Again, that it's just me sharing with you guys my experience. Might be different for you, but hey, if you're interested in buying a Deepsea Dweller, that's what it's been for me so far. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe because it really helps the channel. And leave a comment down below what you think of the watch. Again, because that helps the algorithm of YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, this is Carlo signing out. I hope you're all doing fine. Peace. God bless. What's up? Boom.